Hello everyone, Marielle Laris here. Um, Today I would like to make a quick video if I can, and this is regarding a video I actually came across yesterday, and that's from Daylight Out of Darkness. And she posted a video that really touched my heart and resonated so strongly with me, and this is definitely a subject I would like to be free to talk about and in future videos, and I hope the community will not be too hard on me for talking about my children. And this is actually one of the reasons why I'm covering my face, to try to a certain extent to protect their identity and their future as well. But this subject is way too important, I feel, to keep it to myself and not use my story, my experience, as a warning as well to others. And even though most of the time most of us do end up knowing what's happening, being aware of a problem usually when it's far too late, and we go in search of answers once we've already fallen, or once we've already become victims, or once we've already we've become helpless and hopeless and trapped and lost. It's very sad, but we can only do what we can. And going back to what Daylight Out of Darkness mentioned, she mentioned how the narcissist basically can break the bonds between you and your children, and this is exactly what has happened to me, and my heart bleeds. It's extremely painful to go through. My son is now 19 and my daughter just turned 17, and to see them behaving like their father is just beyond heartbreaking. And I don't explain it very well. I wish I'm new to YouTube, and I wish I knew how to put the link below and to direct you into this woman's video. She explains it extremely well. And one of I do remember she explains how the narcissist can, or the psychopath, really, you have to be a psychopath to do that. They groom the child, they can groom the children from very early on to see you, the parent, or the loving parent, the kind parent, the one who's there all the time, the one who tend to them, as, and they change the child's mind and make them see you as the enemy, as the abuser, as the neglector, and they can use anything. It becomes, in my case, for instance, let me put this like this. This is how I started to see that something was not quite right with that picture. It didn't matter what the children and I will be doing, whether the children will be doing regular chores, helping with the dishes, or they'll be practicing the music, or doing their homework and with me next to them, or even, it's a case of we'll be chatting and playing games, or even sometimes we'll be putting, plants together. I like gardening, and we'll be planting, and we'll all be doing it together. And the children usually they start telling their jokes, and especially at the time, farting jokes and that kind of things, and we all laughing, and the atmosphere is fantastic. And I'm very happy. I'm mommy, and I'm taking care of my babies, and we're doing things together. And usually my husband never ever ever wanted to participate. He never did participate. He never. But every now and then he'll come, and whenever he came, that was his thing. He'll come, and then he'll pat them in the back, and then he'll put on that pitiful look, and then he'll pat their heads, and then he'll look at them and go, and just never say anything, but his whole demeanor, his whole look and everything was like so much pity towards the kids. And I remember not just feeling, this is strange. Why does he does that? What does this mean? I could not make sense of this, but it just made me feel extremely uncomfortable. And it went on like this for years. And until I noticed that, again, no matter what we did, what I was doing with the kids, as soon as my husband got inside the room, my children will put on those sad faces. Literally, it'll be from we're laughing, having fun, or just doing whatever. So sometimes, it's Sunday, it's Saturday morning, the sun is shining, and I'm happy, we're happy, and we are family, even though it doesn't want to, we are family. And then he'll join us with a smile, and then he'll sit there, and then suddenly the children will just, their faces will just drop. Suddenly my children, it became a case of my children will feel victimized, like no matter what I did, I was being a bad parent. Anything that I did, if I ask, for instance, make a habit of, when you're the last one coming into the house, just make sure the doors are locked. That is abuse. If I say, okay, whenever you do the dishes, just remember to empty the strainer in the sink. It becomes abuse. I mean, there isn't anything that I can say to my children today that to them they react as if I am attacking them. They react as if I am being abusive. They react as if I'm criticizing them. They are defensive, they get upset extreme, they are so sensitive to anything that I can say to them. They are always on their guards, and they're ready to jump at me. It's demoralizing. And my husband created that, and all of that right under my nose. And he got away with it for so long and manipulated my children into feeling like that towards me, just because I could not see my husband as a malevolent entity. I could not put together my husband, the man who says that he adores me and loves me, with this person that do those things intentionally in an effort to break me, to destroy me, and to break the bonds between me and my children. And that he loves that, he feeds off of that, that he needs that all of that chaos that has surrounded me for years is part of his scheme. Thing that Daylight of Darkness mentioned is that quite a lot of those people who have been through that with their children, they do end up losing their children. Most of them don't come back. The bonds are no longer, that bond is broken. That bond is broken, and most often than not, it's broken forever. The child does not connect. There is a lack of empathy when it comes to you as the parent. And I've seen all of that. I've seen my children really dismiss me. If I'm in pain or if I'm troubled, just not caring at all. And I can tell. And I've known for a while within my heart that I've lost those children. I've lost them. And what Daylight Out of Darkness mentioned just confirmed my gut feeling. Those children are no longer mine. They are my husband's children. And if I was lucky for them to turn the page and to see things for what they truly are, it'll take well over a decade. It'll take maybe even 2 decades for them to wisen up and get enough life experience to change their mind about me and see me for who I truly am. But even then, I don't think it will happen, because my husband is so covert, is so good at what he does, and he has money. He has money, and whatever the children will need, he'll be there to provide for that. Something that I'll never be able to do. So unless he does something that's completely outrageous, the kids will never see through his lies and through his machination, I think you say. They never will. I've lost completely and totally. And going forward, I don't even know what kind of relationship I'm gonna have with my children, whether I should even seek one with them eventually once the divorce is gonna be through. I haven't started the proceedings. I don't have the funds, but it's something that I'm now thinking about, and that I absolutely need to go through. And it's scary. It's scary. The more I learn, the more I read, the more I hear, the more I see, the scarier it gets of me.